It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on this wonderful rainy day.
Rainy day.
Rainy day.
It's kind of running outside.
It's kind of running.
It is raining outside.
Yeah.
It is raining.
It is.
It is raining.
Yeah.
You can hear it. You can probably hear that
Can you hear it?
background noise. I can.
Yeah, I can hear it usually when I've got them on.
Yeah, I don't know how at home how well they can hear it, but probably pretty good. But
these things are sensitive.
They are.
I mean, you just do this. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
They're good mics. So
they pick up.
You can hear us well.
But they pick up everything around it too. So you may have a little static noise in the back. It sounds like it's dying down a little bit though.
I hope so.
In my ears, they are at least.
Well, that's good. I hope you can hear us and hear us well.
This morning it is a rainy morning. There's no doubt. We got some water coming down today.
Today, and it looks like through the next few days. You know, we planned a float trip on the Buffalo Sunday.
Oh,
and it
doesn't look pretty.
I know. Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Carla asked, can we either go to brunch at Gaston's or go on a float trip? Well, you know which one I would rather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what you're going to be stuck doing? Lunch in Branson.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know.
We'll see. It ain't looking pretty, but we'll look at the forecast here in a little bit.
Right. Well, we want to thank you for joining us this morning. We always like to start off with just randomness, right?
Just random.
Yeah.
Just random. Whatever's in our minds.
But let's go ahead and start the show. And look, we're only 2 minutes in.
That's amazing for you.
That's a record for
You're usually full of hot air.
You're with me on that.
What?
Wait.
I'm just there.
Wait, I don't remember something. A noise.
Whoop whoop. You did it to me.
Roller funeral home.
You should have waited till after and got me the whole.
No.
Because if it's within the first 5 minutes, it counts.
Oh no! If I've got to remind you, that counts.
Oh no.
That counts.
Whoop whoop. Just making up for it.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect, we sure do appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. They have 29 in the state, one in Memphis, Tennessee. And they sponsor the morning prayer, so we'll pause now for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, I want to thank you for everything you've given us. Thank you for this wonderful nation we have, this beautiful world. Your creation is absolutely amazing. I sure do hope that we take care of it like we should, and like you hope we do. But free will gives us the choice to do what we decide. But sometimes it's good to have you come touch us on the shoulder and remind us. Please watch over our children, our first responders, and our military, those that put themselves in harm's way for our freedoms. This I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. You can give them a call at 870-425-2161. Ask them about pre-need service. Always good to have your plan in place, set up for when the time comes. Isn't that right?
It is. It's going to happen to everybody. It's inevitable.
Inevitable.
And you might as well have it taken care of, and that way your loved ones don't have to do it while they're dealing with the loss.
Yeah.
Make things a little bit easier.
Yes, it will. Give them a call, 870-425-2161, or just head up 5 North, right there by Walker Road. There's big American flag hanging in the air.
It's huge.
Huge. Can't miss it.
Huge, I tell you.
We'll go ahead and take a little break for Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team will not leave you downriver without a motor.
Or hanging.
Consummate professionals have been doing this for a very long time. They have many awards for customer service, taking care of their people. They're not just going to list and lead from beginning to end. They're going to make sure that every I is dotted, every T is crossed.
They're going to walk you through everything.
Yep.
They're going to make sure you're comfortable with what is going on and what's coming up.
That's right. They, like Scooter said many a time, They want to see you in Walmart and go, hey, there's our realtor.
Yeah, and be happy and
Yeah.
chipper and go up
Yeah.
and shake their hand and introduce them to whoever you're with.
Yeah.
That's what they love. That's what they strive for. Community. It's not just, I keep saying community service, but just their
personal service.
Their customer service is what they strive for. I mean, that's what they want. They want that recognition of that person being happy,
Yep.
making a good decision, making an informed decision, knowing every step that's going in and going along the way, and just being comfortable with the whole process.
Yep. And because of that, you'll tell your friends. Because a referral is the ultimate,
It is.
the ultimate thank you, the ultimate expression that you did a good job.
You know, and he comes on here every week and talks about the real estate and This Week in Real Estate and Bob's Door. He's a great guy. But sometimes, and people listen to him and what's coming up with real estate and what's going on in the community. But remember, he is a realtor too.
Yeah.
He's not just here to talk about real estate. He is a realtor. Him, Linda, and the whole team, I mean, they are professionals. They will take care of you.
Definitely. Well, let's take a look at the White River, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team. It looks a little overcast and rainy, doesn't it?
I told you.
Still-
It's raining this morning. I can still hear it on the mics.
And that river, look right down there in the middle, how it's coming up.
Can you
What-
see it from there? No.
Yeah. Well,
All right, we'll go back.
yeah. So right there in the middle,
Yeah.
right across the way, how that's just that's part of the spring that flows just inside of that
Yep.
landline there, and that river is up so high that it's flowing into that area. And it's, I mean, here it is, April showers in May, I guess.
That is.
That's beautiful Cotter, Arkansas, the Horseshoe Bend of the White River. Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team in way of their website. YouTube videos that go 24/7. You can go to retiredarkansas.net and find this beautiful view, especially when a storm is coming through at nighttime. Lightning storm, really
Oh,
cool
yeah.
to watch. Really
Watch
cool.
it go across the screen, and it's really neat.
Very cool. You can find their listings, the MLS listings, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. You've got this rotating camera view that will move to different positions, zoom in and out. And there is David's Island down there, downriver. I dubbed thee. There we go. Watch it zoom in.
Yeah, you can see that water is up pretty good.
Got a little fog, little overcast, little, what do you want, a mist, I guess you would call it?
I don't think there's going to be too many people fishing today.
Probably not.
You may find a diehard. You never know. Never know.
There's always the one.
Yes.
That would be my brother. He would go in sub-zero temperatures. I went once, and it was snowing on us, and I could barely cast I was so cold.
I used to guide on the river, and a friend of ours has a resort down by Calico, and we'd have to put in the boats upriver, and then now he had a dock thing to keep them down there once you're down there. But
yeah.
One morning they put me in, and I started going down river, and the fog got so much I couldn't see the front of the boat.
That's thick.
And that's scary, being on a river. That it's not like a car where you can just pull over and stop. I mean, you're down river and you can't see anything around you, and you're flowing even without the motor running. You're moving.
Right. And if you do try to go to the bank, you might
Yeah.
be in the wrong spot.
Yep.
It catch the front end of that and get you turned around.
Yep.
Not a good idea. So you just idle.
I made it. Yeah, I idled all the
Real
way
slow.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be scary.
It was a little nerve-wracking.
Most definitely.
Wouldn't be bad if you could have seen the trees on the sides to know where you're at on it.
I know, right?
That you're going down the center, but man, it was so foggy. Made me nervous, but I made it.
He made it. He's here. He's
I'm
on the
here.
show.
I'm still alive.
He'll never do it again. They got the railroad. I like how it moves around. I like the move around camera. It's really cool. Usually there's a train there when we have that camera view. Anyway, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, they are real estate specialists in this area. Not just senior real estate specialists, not just military real estate specialists.
Even though they are.
But they're real estate specialists. Just anything you can think of, land, businesses, homes, they'll do it all. And they'll do it professionally, and it don't take long for them to sell something, I tell you.
No.
What. It's not on their website long before it's gone again. They're always looking for new listings. They are.
He was saying when they listed one, like Thursday or something. By Sunday, they already had 3 offers on it.
There you go. They are licensed in Arkansas and Missouri, so maybe you find something across in Gainesville, maybe Bakersfield, somewhere, somewhere not too far up into Missouri. The distance of travel can make it difficult, but it's good to know that, we have a lot of people that live in Gainesville, work down here, and, they prefer the smaller, even smaller than Mountain Home. So, but yeah, you can go on their website and find all their listings, MLS listings. Maybe you're looking to downsize your home to something smaller, a little bit more manageable, and they can help you with that. Maybe you're even looking to move out of the area. We hate to see you go, but it happens. They can help you find a realtor in wherever you're going that's like-minded, that's going to help take care of you like they would. You don't find that very often, that somebody would help you do that.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Anyway, take a look at the weather, brought to you by the Z Team. While you're still looking at the municipal building there in Cotter. In Mountain Home at 65, Harrison 64, Batesville at 66, Yellville at 64, Marshall at 68, Salem at 64, Mountain View at 68, Calico Rock at 65, West Plains at 64, Springfield at 65, Poplar Bluff at 65, and St. Louis at 64. Mid-60s today. Starting off not too shabby.
Not going to be as warm, but it's going to be a nice day. I mean, other than the rain.
Oh, I like that one. That one's cool too. The rainbow bridge and the truss. The train truss bridge. That's cool. Just let them keep... There we go. Forgot to press refresh.
All right. There's the radar.
There it is. Well, you can see all the activity that's running all the way across the state. It looks like, look at southern Arkansas and northern
yeah, look what's coming up. It looks like everything's kind of heading north.
It is. It looks like it might start to push off towards the, yep, there it goes. You could see
the bad stuff, yeah.
The bad stuff started to push off towards the east into Mississippi. So maybe what we're going to see won't be so heavy.
I'd rather get through here today than tomorrow.
Yeah. You can see other activity across Colorado, the north central part of the states. Let's go ahead and zoom into this though. Look at that. Look at southern Arkansas. Buddy, that's crossing the whole top of Louisiana. You can see it does start to roll into Mississippi, so give a little prayer for
good luck if you're traveling that away though.
Definitely. You can see here that from Little Rock to north central Arkansas, that is going to travel up towards us for the better part of the next couple of hours. Yeah, 10 o'clock there. We might get a little bit of reprieve right there about 11 o'clock. So, but then the sale starts again around noon. It's going to rain all day, isn't it?
Yep.
National weather watches and warnings. You can see what we just showed you. So they're going to have flash flood warning there in central part of Arkansas, flash flood watch in the south central part of Arkansas, kind of west side. Look at all of northern Louisiana, parts of Mississippi. All of them have a flash flood watch. Our 7-day forecast going to look a little bit different, but today 72, high 72, showers and thunderstorms this morning and cloudy with rain likely during the afternoon. High 72, wind southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 100% tonight. Low of 65, cloudy skies this evening followed by scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight. Low around 65, winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, chance of rain 50%. Friday, looks like scattered thunder showers, high at 83, 48% chance. It's harder to read this one. Saturday, high at 87, low at 65. Looks like there'll be some morning thunderstorms. And there it goes jumping. Sunday, high at 87. Got your nighttime thunderstorms. Whoa, it just... The other one had an error. It's not fixed. So Monday 77, scattered thunderstorms, 45% chance. You can see here pretty much 40% chance of rain throughout the weekend.
Wednesday.
Yeah, all the way until Wednesday. Looks like 80s and 70s for the high. I don't like that one. It jumps around. I wasn't doing it. There we go. Pollen count. Please hold. The rain must be slowing everything down, right, Scooter? That's what it is. Tree pollen high. Today is high, tomorrow is none. Saturday is low. Grass pollen today high, tomorrow moderate. Saturday
With this
is
rain,
high.
everything should be calming down for a little bit.
That'd be good. Norfolk Lake water levels at 555. Level is 3 feet above full pool. They don't have anything generating right now, but I bet you they will in the day.
Yeah, they're going to have to let the rain go through, though, because
Yep.
Newport's going to rise from the rain.
Yep. Bull Shoals Lake water level 662.95. Level is 3.95 feet above full pool. They're generating 6. That is Look at Your Weather, brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net, where you can find their listings, the MLS listings, and all kinds of information about the Ozarks. With
Plethora of information.
Good
You want
word.
to go ahead and just go right into the
Community news brought to you by Mower Warehouse here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. They're at 17 Full Bite Drive. You can go to mountainhomemowerrepair.com and take a look at the things that they have. I mean, anything outdoors. Mowers, weed eaters, hedge trimmers, leaf blowers,
even generators.
Their store is stocked full.
And
Outside is stocked full.
They can work on about any brand. They carry most parts for a lot of the brands out there. So before ordering online and having to wait for it to come in,
Yep.
stop by and see if they got it. They may
Exactly.
be able to take care of you.
That's right. They will be able to.
Yeah.
Repairs, parts, new items. They take trades.
Yep. They've got used mowers there too as well.
Yep. Very good. All right. Community news. We have the Twin Lakes Car Club presents Century 21 Lemac Realty East Car Fest. That'll be at 40 Plaza Way, east of Walmart Supercenter in Mountain Home, May 13th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. All makes and models and years welcome. Entry free is a donation to the Mountain Home Food Bank Feed Our Children program. Hot dogs provided by First Security Bank of Mountain Home. Cookies compliments of the Twin Lakes Car Club ladies. For more information, call Donna Gellenbeck at 870-620-0037. That's the president of the Twin Lakes Car Club, so that'll be fun. The annual North Central Board of Realtors Special Olympics Fishing Derby at McCabe Park behind King Dermatology. That'll be Saturday, May 13th. Registration at 8:30 a.m. Fishing at 9 a.m. There'll be, all poles and bait provided.
There you go.
So, if you don't have them, you don't need them. Free hot dogs, chips, drinks, and cookies to participants, open to handicapped children and adults of all ages. For more information, you can call two numbers, 870-405-1347 or 870-404-5879. That's very good. Paul Bunyan Breakfast, May 13th. That's all you can eat, scrambled eggs, biscuits and sausage gravy, pancakes, sausage links, coffee, and juice. Price is $8 for adults, $4 for children 12 and under. Free for children under 5. Located at the St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church, 249 Dryer Street in Mountain Home. Will be in the Paris Life Center. A portion of this month's proceeds are earmarked for the St. Vincent de Paul Society. And the on-duty Baxter Health Emergency Medical Services teams will enjoy their meals as guests of the nights. Takeout is also available. That's also the Paul Bunyan Breakfast. So there's a short look at your community news.
All right. I do want to mention that this Saturday, the Food Basket's doing their big drive.
That's
you
right.
can put non-perishable food items in a bag, put it out by your mailbox, and the mailman will take care of it all from there.
Thank you for remembering that.
It's a heck of an idea. I
Definitely.
like that, where
Yeah.
you just take it out to the mailbox.
And they do the rest.
Post office will handle the rest and get the food to them.
Yeah, this Saturday. Lots going
Yep.
on this Saturday.
There is.
Go get you some breakfast, leave some food out by the
There you
mailbox.
go. There you go.
Very good. We'll go ahead and take another break, and we'll come back with Jennifer Crawford of the Mountain Home Education Foundation.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Ridge Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z-Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Jennifer Crawford, the Mountain Home Education Foundation. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, gentlemen?
I'm doing very good. I usually like to start off with having you tell us about yourself, how you came to the area, how you came to become the executive director of the foundation.
Great. Well, I have worked for Mountain Home Public Schools in some capacity for 16 years.
Okay.
And I was a teacher for a number of those years at the high school. And then I actually have a communications degree. So later I transitioned into a role, I'm the school communications director, and then I run the Education Foundation as well. So that's a little bit about how I ended up here.
Yeah.
I am from Fulton County, so I'm from close by.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Married? Kids?
No.
No. Okay. That was easy. Very good. Well, I have to be honest, don't know a whole lot about the Mountain Home Education Foundation, just from what I read on the website quickly this morning. Funds for educational programs and activities which have not been funded or have been underfunded by the normal operating budget. But just kind of give us an overview of the foundation. It is a 501c3 nonprofit.
Yes,
and so you get donations from private people and businesses. But what are some of the things that you've done with those donations?
Well, thank you for letting me share about this, because the foundation is a really special organization to this community. Founded in 2003, so we've been going for 20 years, and I've been with the foundation for 4 years. It's been a real blessing to me to see the way that our community comes together consistently and gives to our students. So like you said, we are a 501c3, and we're a supporting organization to the school district.
Yeah.
And we specialize in kind of 2 different lanes. One, scholarships, and that's kind of a big one for us. In fact, Scooter, your boy, will be getting a scholarship next week. Don't tell him. But he'll be getting a scholarship from us next week.
He had
a fantastic application. But and then we also do teaching grants. So those are kind of our two big programs within the school district. Then every year we also honor Mountain Home graduates, folks who worked for Mountain Home, community partners. We have a big event every year, and we induct people into the Mountain Home Education Hall of Honor.
Yeah, I seen on your website a lot of those people. A lot of people I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
very good. So let's see. Scholarship season. You were saying May 16th.
Yes.
Is the big.
May 16th is the big night. May 16th is Senior Scholarship Night. That's where all our local donors come together. So not just the MHEF, but all local scholarship donors come, and they award our local scholarships. And then at the end, we'll actually, and this is one of my favorite parts of the night, we'll actually go through a slideshow and share how much each student
collects
all together, including from their their institution scholarships and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get one big final total, which is really fun to see.
Definitely.
The money that those kids earn to go to school.
Yeah. Especially when it reaches into the millions.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And it will. And this year we have the foundation is awarding more funds than we've ever awarded. We'll probably award around $200,000 this year in scholarships. And keep in mind that also includes the Mountain Home Promise, which I'm sure you all are familiar with, our partnership with ASU Mountain Home. And we have had lots of local support for that program that gives students who graduate from Mountain Home Public Schools and who fill out their FAFSA application online, gives them the opportunity to go to ASU Mountain Home tuition free for up to 4 semesters after their other aid pays.
Yeah, that's incredible. I wish that was going on when I got out of high school.
Yeah, same. I just paid off one of my degrees recently.
Still on mine.
Yeah, I still have another one to pay off.
That's okay. Well, I think that's incredible, that way that Mountain Home School District works with ASU to do things like that, and I hope it continues. The teacher grants, tell us more about that. What does that entail?
Well, I guess I must be a glutton for punishment because we're also in teacher grant season, so it all happens right here at the same time. But we offer actually 2 different grants, 2 rounds of grants a year, and the spring grants are larger. So these provide opportunities for teachers to do projects in their classrooms, something new and different, something that's not normally funded by their budget, their classroom budget or their school budget. And what we found is if these projects go over well and they're something that they want to continue to incorporate, then they do incorporate that into their school budget, and we move on then to a new project.
Yeah, that's good.
So my committee will meet next week to award those, and then before school gets out, our teachers will be notified who gets the spring grants. Then in the fall, we do a mini grant season. So we have just a short window of time where folks can apply for up to $250 for their classrooms to do different projects as well. Just a smaller, easier application, moves quicker, but that gives people who maybe go to a professional development over the summer and learn something new that they want to incorporate in their classrooms, but they've already set their budget, they've already spent their funds, and so this gives them kind of that opportunity to incorporate that early in the school year.
Yeah, and that happens a lot across the country in school districts, that the budget doesn't allow for certain things, and some of them are even taking it out of their own pocket to do certain things.
Right, yes.
So to have this organization help with that is really great.
Yeah, and I have to say the school district is incredibly supportive of the teachers, and they get them what they need, but this just does give an extra opportunity for them to kind of try something new, something a little different and innovative that they want to see. Is this a path I'd like to go down in my classroom? Or, a lot of times frameworks change, things like that. So it kind of gives them an opportunity to get a little leg up.
Yeah, most definitely. I've really enjoyed Mountain Home School District while I was going. I know that was back in the 90s, but I don't think it's changed a whole lot. My daughter, she graduated a couple of years ago and is now over at A-State. Did ASU Mountain Home online for a couple semesters, but it's just we live in a great community that people really do step up when it's needed, and this is great to see, because like I said, I'm new sometimes to finding out about things, and to find out this education foundation exists for helping out the school district. That's really great. You have a website that people can go to.
We do, mountainhomeeducationfoundation.org or .com. Either one will get you there.
Yeah.
And there's lots of information there. If you go to our contact tab over on the far right, you'll see the ways you can get in contact with us. The different types of the ways that we partner with the community through donations we set up scholarships, honorary and memorial scholarships for people. So this year, a new scholarship we have is the Libby Baker, the Elizabeth Ann Baker honorary scholarship. And Miss Baker is currently the oldest living graduate of Mountain Home Public Schools. She's 103 years old.
Oh, wow.
And her grandkids set that up for her this year. So they said they call her Ma, and they said Ma does not need anything for Christmas. She has everything she needs. So we talked about it, and we decided we wanted to create a scholarship in her honor.
Yeah.
And they set some criteria for us, and we'll be awarding the first one of those this year. So that's one way that our donors oftentimes look to honor someone. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, we do memorial scholarships as well. One of the really prominent ones that we've had the last couple years is the Lucas Todd Memorial Scholarship. Lucas was a student at Mountain Home Public Schools, and so his father set this up, and he really works hard every year to raise funds for that. In fact, we'll probably endow that before long, I would imagine, because the funds have really grown. And then also we do endowed scholarships, so planned giving, if you will. So if we have folks who are interested in supporting the foundation and awarding scholarships in perpetuity, we can certainly set that up through an endowment.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's 7:31, and go ahead and take a break,
Sure.
and we'll come back with more from Jennifer Crawford, Mountain Home Education Foundation.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home at Letty's.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV on a beautiful rainy day. Visiting with Jennifer Crawford, Mountain Home Education Foundation. We're talking about scholarships, and just kind of go through them one by one. If you go to their website, mountainhomeeducationfoundation.com, you can see here the applications tab, and across the bottom of that, applications, Hall of Honor, traditional. You can see down here below, we've got Hall of Honor, Promise Scholarship, Teaching Grants, Traditional Scholarships. Let's just kind of go through those.
Sure.
The Promise Scholarship.
Yes. Okay. So the Promise Scholarship application, one of the big things that we want to do with the Promise is to take down barriers for students. So we want the Promise to reach kids who maybe didn't consider college before or didn't think it was an option. And we like the fact that right at this time we're able to tell young kids and make them this promise, you know, and it motivates kids. And what I found is an interesting byproduct is we have a lot of kids who think, I can't afford to go to college, my family can't afford that, I'm not even going to explore that.
Yeah.
And because of the Promise, they will explore it. And like I said earlier, we are the final payer on tuition, so that means that their other aid pays first. So a lot of times in them filling out the FAFSA application, that federal financial aid application, they actually get their educations covered through Pell Grants and things of that nature, and the foundation never even pays $1 on these kids. But the program, the Promise program itself, has motivated them to take a chance and apply for college and consider
knowing
that.
it would be paid for,
Absolutely.
And you say some, think maybe they're not college material, but we have the tech center. We have
Absolutely. Well, and I think that I think anyone can agree that a 2-year college is a great option for students who aren't sure. I think that but want some kind of vocational training or some kind of additional skills. So gives them the opportunity to get in and try. And we have a lot of students who transfer, from ASU Mountain Home and go on to 4-year universities or other programs. But we have a lot who get their start here. In fact, this year's senior class, I think is a little bit smaller group, but we have a way bigger Promise group this year. It's interesting how each year there's kind of trends with what kids choose to do. And this year I already have 68 fully approved Promise students.
Excellent.
And schools, they haven't even graduated yet. And so, I'll get at least 100, I'd say, based on the number. And so that's a big chunk of the 260 kids graduate, 260 some kids graduating. Next
now
week.
you say smaller. That's about how many graduated when I was in '97.
Well, I think last year we had
bigger?
310.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes they swing year to year.
Yeah.
We've got some much larger. Our 9th grade group right now is really big at Mountain Home Schools. So we're going to have to, really watch with staffing to make sure we got kids or teachers in the right place. And then, in fact, your wife works at the junior high, right?
Yep.
So
she's
she'll
a counselor.
probably be ready to say bye to those 9th graders. It's a big old group.
Oh, she loves them. She loves
well,
them.
of course she does, but it's still an overwhelming amount of kids. It's a big number of kids.
I think Promise Scholarship's awesome because it just gets rid of no doubt you should go. And I know that college isn't for everybody. I get it. But with their technical center and their stuff, there's something that ASU has that you would be interested in. And you might as well further your education a little bit and get the rewards later down the road. And
That's right.
I know for a lot of people that are scared to make that big step to college, they use that as a stepping stone. They'll do the 2 years there, and then once they move up that ladder, they say, all right, I'm ready to go to college. I'll finish my 2 years wherever. But it's just a great opportunity that even as I was a kid, I wish I had that opportunity.
This program, and I can take no credit for it. It was already just off the ground whenever I started with the foundation, but it's been incredibly impactful, and people know about it now. People talk about it. It has. So anyone who wants to partner on this endeavor, please reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you more about the Promise and the way it impacts young people. It's a great boon for our community. We would love to keep students local here, and put them in the workforce and have them be trained. And so that's really one of the motivators behind that.
Yeah. Well, and some might not be ready to move out of the area.
Absolutely.
They want to stay close to home.
Well, and I heard a statistic recently that I graduated college in 2006, and the costs have gone up more than 400% since I was in college.
Yeah.
And I told you earlier, I'm still paying off one of my degrees.
Right.
So that's a little alarming, So this definitely gives people a more affordable option, even if it's like your daughter who went here and then moved on to another a 4-year university. It gives them an opportunity to save a little bit of money on the front end.
Oh, yeah.
And especially as they make decisions about what do I want to major in, what do I want to do. A lot of times they don't know. Take some basics,
Yeah, get your prerequisites out of the way. And, well, she started at Williams Baptist.
That's right. I think we awarded her a scholarship for that.
Yeah, and she had an athletic scholarship, but she still had to pay some.
It's an expensive institution.
It's very
a great
expensive.
place, but expensive.
And she also realized that she wasn't ready to move away from Mountain Home. So she went one semester, and she was talking about coming back and going to ASU Mountain Home. We said, go for it. You can continue there. You can do your basics, And that's what she did. She came back and did a semester here. But she really liked the Jonesboro area, met a lot of new people, and wanted to go back. So she did, but did ASU Mountain Home online. And so she did last last fall, she did ASU Mountain Home Online. This spring, did ASU Mountain Home Online, and now she's 2 years in now, she'll fully transfer to A-State coming in the fall.
Okay.
And a lot of scholarships, you just got to know where to find them.
That's right. So something that I really like about our traditional scholarships, like Scooter's son, he's going to U of A, and he's going straight from high school to U of A. And so he has applied for a traditional scholarship. And so like that Elizabeth Baker scholarship I was telling you about earlier, that's one of the traditional scholarships. When you fill out one application for the Mountain Home Education Foundation traditional scholarships, and it puts you in the pot for like 50 some different scholarships. So we awarded $68,000 worth of traditional scholarships this year to students going somewhere besides ASU Mountain Home.
Yeah.
So the application is a little bit longer than the Promise application is, but it gives
you a running of so many more.
Right. So we have students who receive 2 and 3 scholarships by just filling out the one application.
Yeah, that's excellent.
That's awesome.
I would do the extra work for that.
That's right, and it is not. I wouldn't say that it's an overly complicated application either, but just a little. Our Promise application, again, like I said, we're trying to take down barriers, so it's very simple.
Very, very much so. That's excellent. And you can find the application if you wanted to do it online.
That's right. Now our season has closed for the year, so those are there, but we are not taking applications currently.
Okay.
But those are there. That's where I go and update them each year. And those open and on.
Yeah. When does that open? And then when's the deadline?
They open in the spring or after Christmas break, and then they close on April 1st.
Okay. So plenty of time.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I work with the counseling offices at the high school and the A-State career coaches, ASU MH career coaches, to make sure that those get into the hands of the right kids and that the deadlines get updated on the school website, all that sort of thing.
Yeah. Very good.
Now, if people still wanted to decide, hey, I'm going to stay in Mountain Home and go to ASU, can they still do the Promise?
Promise is still open, yes.
Promise is still open. Okay.
We'll leave that open all the way up until time for school to start.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That is.
Something about Promise that I didn't mention that I think is important. We have a lot of students who might think at first, I don't want to go to school, but then they decide they do. And so we actually give students a year after graduation to take advantage of the Promise. So that's another thing we do. If they go a different route at first, but then they decide they want to do the Promise, then they can come back and do that up until a year after they graduate.
Yeah.
So similar to David's daughter, if
coming back,
somebody goes off somewhere for a semester, it's like, this is just not for me. I want to go back to Mountain Home. The Promise is still there for them. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
So like in her case, we probably paid her traditional scholarship the fall she was away, so she would still qualify for 3 more semesters of Promise.
Yeah.
So we could give her a full 4 semesters that we paid something for.
Awesome.
That's excellent. That's the kind of things we need around here. We're glad that's happening. Most definitely. What's 7:43?
Yeah, we can go ahead and take our last break.
We'll take our last break, and we'll come back with more from Jennifer Crawford of Mountain Home Education Foundation.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
You know, Harry, I think you were right. I hate to say it.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I think it is finally time for us to move out of this place. Someplace closer to the churches, doctors, someplace you don't have to mow a huge yard. It's time we downsize.
No, I've seen that hottest hotshot agent guy. He's got himself a bunch of listings.
Well, I talked to Grace, and she had some wonderful things to say about the Z Team.
Oh yeah, we've heard them on the radio. You know, I checked out the website at retiredarkansas.net the other day. Didn't really look like they had a lot of listings.
They don't have a lot of listings because they sell them.
Well, maybe it's time for us to call the Z-Team. You know, Marge, I think maybe this time you were right.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Call the Z-Team, Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East Mountain Home, 870-405-0793.
Hi, Brett, Fritz, and Paisley here at Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road. We sell Ferris zero-turn mowers that have patented coil spring suspension. Mower Warehouse has the largest selection of Ferris zero-turn mowers in stock. 0% financing available. We buy, sell, trade new and used mowers. Mower Warehouse also services all brands of mowers. We offer free delivery. Come see us for all your mower needs. That's Mower Warehouse on Buzzard Roost Road in Mountain Home, where your business is appreciated.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Visiting with Jennifer Crawford of Mountain Home Education Foundation. I do so many wonderful things for our area, children and teachers alike. You have teacher grants, so let's focus a little bit more on that. Tell us about it.
Well, I would like to say really quick before I talk about teaching
sure.
grants that this is Teacher Appreciation Week.
It is.
So I can't. Now I know no Mountain Home Public Schools teachers are watching this because they're all doing duty or in the cafeteria getting kids lined up for class this morning. But I just want to say how much I appreciate our teachers in our school district. They are just second to none. I could never, ever, ever say enough about them. I did some work with our local education co-op for a couple years and got to go into a lot of other schools. And there are great teachers all around this area, but Mountain Home really takes the cake.
I agree.
I have to agree. I got a quick story because I could not imagine raising my kids anywhere else.
No.
They both went through the school system all the way through here. And, my daughter was the first kindergartner with type 1 diabetes, and that went through the school, and a lot of them back then were homeschooled, stuff like that. And it's amazing what the teachers were willing to do, and they were willing to learn. But and on my son's side, he was dyslexic and was diagnosed well before you guys ever did the testing. I mean, it was years down the road before the testing and help was finally offered, and teachers were taking their summer to go learn the Susan Barton programs, the different stuff, so that they could help the next year. And I could not imagine what the teachers went through to make sure even my kid had a good education, was able to learn to read correctly. It amazes me what they did on their own time to make that possible. And that says a lot for our teachers. And they're doing that for every kid that's in there. I mean, they really want the kid to get the best experience and get a great education no matter what they've got going on with themselves. And the teachers are willing to take their own time to make that possible. And I give the teachers a lot of credit. And I did have to say that, being
definitely
Teachers Appreciation Week, that I am grateful for all the teachers and everything they do here in Mountain Home.
Yeah, it can be very hard work.
Absolutely.
Very hard work.
I listened to that KTLO forum last week before the election, and a gentleman who's, I think, moved in from out of town said that he was concerned that our students maybe weren't getting the kind of education he got wherever he lived before. And I just want to assure folks that our kids are getting an incredible education, lots of wonderful opportunities. I think you can see what the foundation board does with the community to raise funds to continue to support kids. But right there in the K-12 system, they are getting an absolutely unparalleled opportunity.
Yeah, I call that a Monday morning quarterback.
There you go.
To come in, not be here very long, and think.
It was a little. It hit me a little bit. Teachers are my favorites, so that was tough for me to hear. But I do think there are folks who just maybe don't know enough about our school system yet. And anyone who doesn't, I can assure you that these teachers are 100% in it, and like Scott said, they're willing to go and learn and new techniques. You know, we have fully in Arkansas learned a whole new way to teach reading. So the way that I was taught to read, the whole language, you know, this is the word dog, and then then you just know that that's dog.
That's dog.
Well, luckily, I mean, and I grew up to be an English teacher, so luckily I was able to learn that way, but that is no way to teach reading, you know. And so now we learn the science of reading and breaking down words, and they started this because of students with characteristics of dyslexia, and then found out it was good for every kid. So every single teacher, by June 1st of this year, every single teacher at Mountain Home Public Schools will either have an awareness or proficiency in the science of reading, this whole new way of teaching. And I'm talking every PE teacher, I'm talking every single certified teacher in our school district.
That's excellent. Yeah.
And our kids are getting a quality education
They
here
are.
in Mountain Home. I don't care what that guy says. You know, I've got two kids completely opposite. My daughter was the brainiac, really good with schoolwork. It came very natural to her, yet she was able to take college classes, able to take these advanced classes, and put her in a place where when she went to college, she was ready to go to college. She was more than prepared. Like I told you before, she got pretty much paid to go to college. I mean, she got scholarships, she got all these opportunities, and now she's going on to medical school to be a doctor. And, you know, my son, on the other hand, he, you know, especially with dyslexia, schoolwork came harder. Mm-hmm. And they had to worked with them for many, many years. Susan Barton program's not a one-year thing. It goes over many, many years. I can tell you my son graduated with over a 3.6 GPA. Excellent. And for the way he struggled and the way the teachers worked with him and the education and everything he's got, I could not be more impressed with the Mountain Home School District and what they're giving these kids.
That's well said. It's exactly how I feel about the school system that we live in. And there's no other place I'd rather live. Raise my children. Still have Cannon, 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be coming up to Pinkston next year. So I'm impressed. I got no qualms.
Well, so one way that we try to support our teachers is through teaching grants. And like we talked about earlier, kind of how they go about applying for that, but I wanted to tell you about just a couple grants that I think have been really neat. So at Pinkston, Miss Vanya Schaffler, many of you know her, she's probably your child's science teacher. She does a solar oven project that we support, and so we help buy supplies for this project, and and students go out and they make their own s'mores using solar ovens, and they use pizza boxes, so they bring items from home as well, and then we add additional items. It's aluminum foil, it's all these different, clearly I was not a science teacher, I can't tell you exactly how, although I've watched it a couple times, I've watched them do it, but they end up making their own s'mores using just the sun out in the parking lot at Pinkston.
Awesome.
And so that's
awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the cool projects that we have supported the last couple of years that I think, and it made beautiful pictures too. I got a lot of really good pictures of that, and the kids were very excited eating those marshmallows afterwards.
A solar oven. I guess we're going towards that.
And she would ask them stuff during it, like, what sort of energy is happening here? And again, I can't tell you, kinetic, I don't know what it was.
I was
but
going to
anyway,
say kinetic.
Yeah, that's the only one I know, I think, anyway.
Me too.
But, and they would tell her, quickly. They knew exactly at different parts what was happening. And so she really connected it to her curriculum and really kind of deepened that learning. I know those kids don't forget experiences like that. We all remember neat projects and things like that we did when we were in school, and that really helps embed that learning.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the goal of our teaching grants, is to continue to embed that learning.
Well, and I've always learned hands-on was so much better than sitting you got to sit in a classroom, of course, but hands-on training is the way to go. When you can actually get out and work with the stuff, and then they're telling you why it works the way that it works. That's right. And it gets into your brain.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, most definitely. You said that in the fall is the big grant, the big push.
Well, we do. No, the spring is the big push.
The spring is the big push.
That gives
in the fall.
teachers summers to plan
to get ready
and get their stuff.
Okay.
So we start ordering after July 1st when our fiscal year switches over. We start ordering supplies for teachers who, by the way, are off in the summer, but are contacting me on July 1st to say, ready to place my order. Can we get this order placed? I'd like to go ahead and get started, get my materials so I can get started planning. And then we do that smaller grant window in the fall.
Yeah, very good. Well, they say the teachers off during the summer, and I always gave Carla crap, because you get the summers off. But it's a job taking care of. How many's in the junior high?
600.
600. See, I didn't even realize 600 students, and you just try to wrangle your own kids, 1, 2 kids, 3 kids, and then you try to think of 600 kids. They deserve that summer off. But some of them do still work during the summer school, or Carla went to counseling programs down in Hot Springs. Thrive.
Yeah.
Thrive
was a big program.
Big involvement with Thrive. She was gone probably 3 weeks out of the summer. So half the summer she was gone to those events, learning more about whatever it is
Well, Thrive is really about social emotional learning,
Yeah.
which we know is so important and is such a big component of students being able to learn academically, their social emotional learning. Of course, she's a counselor, so that's definitely right up her alley. But we also have a big push across the district with our teachers as well. Our teachers are trained in mental health first aid. They're trained in some of these things to try to combat some of the challenges that we're facing nationally, certainly, and across our state.
Especially after COVID, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep, having to stay home. They came back with a different mentality.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's proved to be a little bit difficult. But they're learning. Everybody's learning together, and
our
we'll get
adults
through
are
it.
making adjustments too, which
Exactly.
is, I think, something really neat. I think that a lot of folks have stayed very rigid since COVID, not willing to change, but the world changed, and it's just a fact. And we came back with different kids, like you said. The kids were different, families were different, everything was different when we went back fully. I mean, we were back in the fall fully,
Yeah, it didn't take long, but
just things were still different for a while. Nobody could go in or out. We were masked, all these things. So when some of those restrictions finally calmed down, we could see kind of the damage
the
that had
impact
taken
that
place,
made, yeah.
and the impact, and so our teachers have had to make adjustments, and our counselors about the way that they do things, and but they're willing to do that because they love kids.
That's you've got to be. You got to love kids to be in education, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I couldn't do it. No thanks.
Well, I mean, there were days that were difficult for me as a high school teacher, but I would think, okay, you're lucky I love you, and you're lucky you're a kid too, because you've got an excuse for acting like a turkey.
Yeah, you're learning. You're growing up. Well, we've got a couple of minutes left. I want to remind people you can go to mountainhomeeducationfoundation.com. Kind of look over those scholarships, and they have a Facebook page. It's also Mountain Home. Let's see, Mountain Home Foundation, Education Foundation, and you keep it updated regularly. It looks like so. If you want to,
and they're always looking for donors or
if you want to donate,
you
can contact you at 870-425-1201.
Yep, that's right.
You can go to their website and donate directly to the website. You're always looking for anybody that's willing to give.
That's right, yes. And I have seen so much support from this community and folks who, we had some really significant donations this past year from people who don't have children and didn't have children in our school system, certainly, are not from here, but know the importance and value of education and want to pour into this community. Yeah. And, we're training our future nurses and doctors. We're training our future educators. We're training all the people who are going to serve us, and hopefully in this community, ideally, but also on a global level.
Definitely.
I mean, we're training kids for jobs in our public school system that don't exist yet.
Right.
So
and you never know where they're going to
This is
lead.
a great investment, if you ask me.
Yeah. So give them a call. Donate to the Mountain Home Education Foundation. It's all these proceeds are going to help the children, and it's the future of this country.
That's right.
Definitely. Thank you for coming on. It was great visiting
gentlemen.
with you. Yeah. Thank you for watching. It's going to rain all day in this.
It is.
I don't think I'm going to be wrong this time, right?
It's going to be raining pretty much till Wednesday. From what it looks like.
Right. We appreciate you watching. We'll be back tomorrow with Bob Rechtenwald with This Week in Sports and Bob Zadora, This Week in Real Estate.
Yep.
You all have a great weekend.